Have you ever heard about crisp edges? I bet you did. And I also heard about them. And as a teacher, I heard about these crisp edges every day. But when I was just starting, I had these crisp edges in all my paintings. And beginners tend to do. I will show you today in Watercolor Mistakes series, this video, how to avoid them. How do they look like? If you haven't seen them, lucky for you. And there are a few things you need to remember and practice so you will not see them again. Here I recreated crisp edges. As you can see, when petal or stem or flower head, first layers applied, and then we see those dark edges around our painting area. And it is really frustrating, especially if you are painting something light, then these dark edges can really look unprofessional, unneat on your painting. So main things you need to remember. To avoid crisp edges, you need to control your water, pigment watercolor mix intensity, and avoid edge line. Let's go through these 3 points. Talking about water control, this means that there was too much water. Also here, these darker parts tell that there's too much of pigment, too much of watercolor mixes. Same here, too strong watercolor mix in this first layer, too much water. I will show you with several samples what to do. First area that we will fill, a random circle. Let's do also a petal or a leaf. It's more like a leaf. More straighter. Taking brush. First, my point was control water. It means when you are loading your brush with water, you are dipping your brush, just the bristle part, and then removing excess amount of water. Never go with this full amount of water to a small area like we will be painting. If it is a huge leaf or huge petal, that is a different story, but normal small painting, that is too much water. Remove excess amount of water and then go to your paper. Applying water on your painting area. Is it one petal? Is it one leaf? There shouldn't be any puddles. Area should be covered evenly. You see, its surface has a beautiful shine. No puddles. I can lift my paper. Nothing is rolling away. Taking watercolors. Not too saturated. Starting from the middle or shadow area. And now look, I'm leaving few millimeters of the outer edges. This is the outer edge and I'm applied watercolors so far. Washing my brush, cleaning in paper towel, and now pushing watercolors towards that outer edge. And I will not have crisp edges. It's hard to tell. I have a pencil line there. For the next one, I will slightly erase that pencil line so it's not as visible and you will see that I don't have crisp edge there. Loading my brush with water, applying all area of this leaf with water. No puddles, beautiful even glazed surface. Watercolors, not too much, not too intense. starting from middle or shadow area, leaving few millimeters of the outer edges, washing my brush, cleaning in paper towel, and now pushing watercolors toward that outer edge. And we will have a smoothly applied leaf. Let's do another circle without pencil line so you can clearly see that there are no crisp edges. Again, even layer of water, no puddles. You see, glazed, but not too much. Let's take some other color, red. Not too intense amount of watercolors. This is a transparent amount of watercolors. Let's assume that this is shadow part, so I'm starting from the shadow area. Again, I'm leaving few millimeters of the outer edge. Washing my brush, cleaning in paper towel, and pushing watercolors now to that outer edge. And light area is also there. Now we have this stem-like rectangle. Applying water. Just enough so you are moving watercolors. They are not floating by themselves on your paper. Watercolors, transparent amount, applying, leaving few millimeters of the outer edge, washing my brush, cleaning in paper towel, and now I'm pushing to the edge of this rectangle. This is the best way to avoid crisp outer edges. And that is all you need to remember: what to do, how to practice to avoid crisp edges and get more smoother, even layer, especially when you apply those very first layers. Hope you found this very helpful. Comment for more mistakes you get, so maybe I can create a video and explain how to avoid that, what to do, how to practice. Thank you, and leave your comment. See you in the next video. Bye.